You post the photo. It's a good one. You felt good in that moment. And the wait begins. You check your phone 5 minutes later. 2 likes. Okay. You check again in 20 minutes. 6 likes. 1 comment. Your brain does this weird low-key calculation. Is that good? Is it bad? And for a split second, the good feeling you had in the actual moment is completely replaced by the anxiety of how that moment is being perceived online. What if there was a way to just not care? There are people walking among us who are genuinely immune to this feeling. They aren't anti-social media, and they aren't trying to be edgy. They've just developed a mindset that makes online validation irrelevant. It's not magic, and they weren't born this way. It comes down to a few core habits. And the good news is, these are habits that anyone can learn. So today, we're going to break down the 4 essential habits of people who don't need likes to feel good about themselves. This isn't about deleting your apps or becoming a digital hermit. It's about changing your relationship with them so you can build a quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from the inside out. Let's get into it.
All right, the first and most important habit is this. They operate from an internal scorecard. This is a concept the investor Warren Buffett talks about a lot. He asks, would you rather be the world's greatest lover but have everyone think you're the world's worst lover? Or would you rather be the world's worst lover but have everyone think you're the world's greatest? It's a funny question, but it gets to the core of it all. What matters more, what you are or what people think you are? People who don't need likes have unconsciously decided that their own opinion of themselves is the only one that truly matters. Their scorecard is internal. They measure their success by their own values, their effort, their integrity, and their progress.
An artist with an internal scorecard is proud of the piece they created because they know the work they put in and the skill it took, even if it only gets 10 likes. Someone with an external scorecard feels like a failure if that same piece doesn't go viral. I used to struggle with this, for real. When I'd post a video, I'd be obsessively checking the analytics. If the views were low, my mood would sink. I was letting an external scorecard dictate my sense of accomplishment. So how do you build your own? Start small. At the end of the day, don't ask, what did I get done? Ask, did I try my best today? Did I act in a way that I respect? Define what success and a good day look like to you before the world gets a chance to vote on it. This mindset is the real deal, and it's the foundation for everything else.
The second habit is that they practice active presence. Here's what that means. When they're in a moment, a beautiful sunset, a fun dinner with friends, a concert, they are in it. Their primary goal is not to document the moment, but to experience it. Think about the last time you went to an event. You probably saw a sea of phones up, recording everything. We've all done it. We think we're capturing the memory, but often we're just creating a barrier between ourselves and the actual experience. A few years ago, I went on a really beautiful hike. For the first hour, I was constantly pulling out my phone. Oh, that's a great shot. This would make a good story. I was seeing the trail through the lens of my phone's camera. Halfway through, my phone died. And for the next hour, everything changed. I started noticing the sounds of the birds, the way the light filtered through the trees, the feeling of the ground under my feet. I wasn't a content creator anymore. I was just a person on a hike. And honestly, the memories from that second hour are way more vivid than the photos from the first. People who are unconcerned with likes aren't anti-photo, they just have a different default setting. Their default is to be present. The photo is an afterthought, if it happens at all. To practice this, try a small experiment. Next time you're out for a coffee or a walk, intentionally leave your phone in your pocket, just for 15 minutes. Just look around. Be where you are.
you'll start to realize that the richness of the experience itself is more fulfilling than any number of likes you could get for posting about it.
Okay, habit number 3 is a game changer. They are obsessed with curating their inputs, not just their outputs. Most of us spend a lot of time thinking about what we post, our output, the right photo, the perfect caption. But people with this quiet confidence spend way more time thinking about what they consume, their input. They treat their social media feed like their diet. They know that what they feed their mind directly impacts how they feel. If your feed is an endless scroll of people with perfect bodies, luxury vacations, and flawless lives, you're basically feeding your brain a steady diet of comparison and inadequacy. No wonder you feel like you need validation. You're swimming in a sea of it. Someone who doesn't need likes has a feed that feels completely different. It's a tool for inspiration and connection, not comparison. They ruthlessly unfollow or mute accounts that make them feel bad about themselves. No drama, no guilt, just a simple click. Their feed is probably full of artists, thinkers, writers, or experts in a field they're passionate about. Or it's just their small circle of actual friends. For them, social media is a library or a coffee shop, not a stage or a competition.
So the action step here is simple but powerful. Go on a feed cleanse. For the next week, every time you see it post that gives you that little pang of envy or self-criticism, mute or unfollow that account, and then intentionally follow 5 to 10 accounts that are about learning a skill, exploring a topic, or appreciating art. Change the ratio. Your feed is either a garden or a swamp. Make it a place where good things can grow. That's fact.
And that brings us to our 4th and final habit. They have what I like to call proof of life hobbies. A proof of life hobby is an activity that you do purely for the joy and challenge of it, and it has absolutely no social media component. It's your proof to yourself that you exist and have a rich, meaningful life completely separate from your online persona. This could be anything. Learning to play the guitar, woodworking, joining a local sports league, gardening, volunteering at an animal shelter, learning to code, painting. The key is that the reward is in the process itself. You get better at playing a song. You build a sturdy bookshelf. Your team wins a game. The sense of competence and satisfaction you get from these things is real. It's tangible. You can't fake it, and you don't need anyone to like it for it to be valid. This is fundamentally different from hobbies that are easily Instagrammable, where the focus can subtly shift from doing the thing to showing that you're doing the thing. Having a proof of life hobby builds a bedrock of self-esteem that is unshakable because it's not based on perception. It's based on your actual ability and effort in the real world. When you know you can build a chair or grow your own tomatoes, you become a little less concerned about whether your brunch photo is getting enough engagement. If you don't have one of these, find one. What's something you were curious about as a kid? Start there. Dedicate just an hour a week to it. No photos, no posts, just for you. It's one of the most powerful things you can do to disconnect your self-worth from the internet.
Now, before you go and try to implement all of this, a quick word of warning on a few common pitfalls. First is the all-or-nothing trap. People get frustrated, delete all their apps, and declare they're done with social media forever. But this often leads to feeling isolated, and they come rushing back a few weeks later. The goal here isn't digital amputation, it's finding a healthy balance. It's about using these tools, not letting them use you. Second, be careful of the judgment trap. As you start to detach from the need for likes, it can be easy to look at others who are still in that cycle and feel superior. Don't do that. This journey is personal. It's about finding what brings you peace, not about judging how others live their lives. And finally, know that FOMO, the fear of missing out, is real, especially at first.
Your brain has been trained to seek that validation. When you stop, it will feel uncomfortable. Just acknowledge the feeling and then gently redirect your focus to your internal scorecard or your proof of life hobby.
So, to recap, the 4 habits of people who don't need likes are: 1. They build an internal scorecard, focusing on their own values and effort. 2. They practice active presence, choosing to experience their life, not just document it. 3. They curate their inputs, creating a digital environment that inspires, not compares. And 4. They have proof-of-life hobbies, building tangible skills and confidence offline.
Building these habits is a process. It won't happen overnight. But by taking small, intentional steps, you can slowly shift your center of gravity from external validation to internal strength. You can get to a place where you share things because you want to, not because you need to. And that is a truly freeing feeling. Start with just one. Maybe it's a feed cleanse this week, or finding 30 minutes for a hobby. I'd love to know, what's one proof-of-life hobby you either have or want to start? Let me know down in the comments. It's always inspiring to see what everyone is working on. If you found this video helpful, a like is always appreciated. And consider subscribing for more videos on how to build a more focused and intentional life. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to be where your feet are.